Ovo je promaški sve, a? Ko je to bio?
Nemac je nešto. Mislim da je Nemac. Ovo 40. I Veljko ispala pilota.
Viš vamo smotan ko kurac. Vidi se.
Malenko treći, misli da je Jokić.
On?
Da.
Odlično. I ja isto mislim da sam Jokić. Da. Vrati ga tamo što. Prvo te.
Manor je iz Kotlja, vezao, došao preko.
Njihov žuti?
Da, Veljko. Došao je iz ovog zela.
Jokić.
Došao je prodavca.
On zato nosi ove, kako se zove, hula hopke kao Jokić.
Znači, centar koji neće dođe u reket, nego samo glumi napolje i primi loptu za šut. A jaki ko Stravina, znači možda...
I šta je ovo, brate?
Možda uđe da gradi, može sve.
Koliko je on više od Veljka?
Jeste. 2.06.
Uje, brate.
2.05.
Majke ti, ovo se snima jednom kamerom, odavde se.
Tada. A ovi će bude kamera negdje na tribinu.
Ovo iz ugla, da.
Ovo iz ugla. Što nema tamo?
The bigs are playing outside, the little guys are playing inside. Crazy.
Yeah, Fortescue knocks down the second shot. 4-2 game, 17:55 left. And we see
Manor College coming out into a little three-quarter court press. Gets a hand on it.
There's Namir Simmons' speed once again. Great. Trying to get it back door cut for Fortescue. It's going to be a kick ball, though.
Fortescue at the guard position has no problem slashing to the rim and slashing from a baseline level at that. That is just, that's relentless.
Chuck John's going to get it to Vertile. Vertile's going to let one fly. That one's just off. Manny Roach gets it, though. He's going to tackle the run with the right hand, and he's going to finish.
Don't want to get him going that early. You want to put some resistance on Manny Roach.
First two buckets for the All-American.
Yep.
And downhill now. Barrow is going to get an easy one at the rim. Yep. That's kind of the disadvantage if you're going to press, like I said, especially if you don't have a shot blocker on that back line. It's going to be a free run once they break through.
Yeah, Barrow and Franz just got to continue to be aggressive back there.
Back door cut again. Manny Roach makes the pass this time to Vertile.
Can't get caught with your head turned in help side defense.
And that looks like they're going to try to get the press on the sideline, and they're going to get the foul call.
I mean, at this point, we're anticipating that they're probably going to be in the press the majority of this game with the size disadvantage.
Absolutely. We saw Manor go to this press a lot yesterday. Like I said, the big question is, once again, can they sustain that level of energy, that level of play, and can they stay out of foul trouble, which is something they struggled with yesterday, particularly Namir Simmons, who's so important to that attack.
Absolutely. Got a sideline out of bounds for University of Maine, Fort Kent. Maybe we're adjusting the clock just now.
And Barrow's going to get the inbound. Sasaki now checking into the game. Looking for the backdoor cut. Good recovery by Check John.
Absolutely.
Sasaki looking.
Maynard's so active.
Very much so. Hands are everywhere. Tough shot. And almost came up with offensive rebound. But Namir Simmons, we know once he gets it, he is a full head of steam. And Check John's going to let another one fly. And oh, boy, might be his night, ladies and gentlemen.
He's wearing the number 11, but it seems like he has that 30. He's shooting like Curry.
Hey, not mad at it. And like I said, shout out to Check John. He's a guy, definitely plays the undersized big role for this team. He battles down low, does his job well, continues to fight in every scenario, as we see. And that's going to be...
looks like an offensive foul. We're going to go the other way.
Great defense by Eddie Fortescue. A tough play knowing you already have one foul on the book.
Mm-hmm. Played a straight-up textbook defense, and that's a textbook charge. Great call by the official there. We saw some great movement that time by University of Maine, Fort Kent, though.
Absolutely.
With those 2 threes by Dane, we have an 11-4 contest currently.
Absolutely. Namir Simmons driving, kicking, one more. Good basketball here. Bertal now trying to turn the corner, trying to get to that left hand. Couldn't get there, though.
Very tough drive.
And Check John is the one that's knocked down 2
you're right.
threes.
Check John, excuse me.
Don't worry, I messed it up yesterday, too. It's okay.
We're going to get it together here, folks.
Manor trying to get in. Manny Roach, this is what he does. Knockdown shooter. Couldn't hit that one, though. And Sasaki now setting up the offense. Trying to get downhill. And they're daring Barrow to shoot. And he says, hey, you want to gamble? You're going to lose.
Well, you're going to always have an area of disadvantage when you're already height disadvantaged. So when you're rotation, you have to give up something. And, that was the one that time.
Fortescue almost finishes at the rim. Got there, just couldn't put enough English on it with the right hand. Vukovic now driving the baseline side. Nice floater off the glass.
I think they have to continue to be aggressive going to the rim.
Absolutely. So once again, you have the mismatch. You have the presence. You got to take advantage of it. But this is what Manor does well. They get it around. They let it fly. And Manny Roach knocks that one down after missing his last one.
Manny Roach is not going to be denied this game. You just have to make sure you know where he is on the court.
Absolutely. And we see this press, once again, really just trying to take time off the shot clock a little bit for Manor. Trying to focus in on defense, making sure everything is hard.
Little horns action, pitches it to the corner.
And now we got a nice baseline drive by Culibrk.
Culibrk, that's the second time he drove. He's not scared of driving at all, and it looks like he's going to continue to put pressure on the defense.
Absolutely. Namir Simmons trying to work out of the pick and roll a little bit.
Here's Fortescue.
And Check John, you can probably tell he's feeling it a little bit.
Yeah, Check John wanted to shoot that one. I'm not mad at him.
5 on the clock, though. Vertal, step back. That's a tough shot. Looked okay, just didn't go down that time.
Absolutely.
And now Sasaki's pushing in transition. And 3 by Vukovic.
Vukovic with the 3, very effortlessly in transition.
And we got ourselves a tie ball game, 14 up.
Both teams playing with some great intensity.
And now Namir Simmons looking. Check John said, I didn't shoot the last one. I'm going to shoot this one. And that one's just a little off.
A little bit off.
And Vukovic dumped down to Aiden Gregory, the All-American for Fort Kent. Kicking around to Sasaki. He lets one fly. That one's off. Gregory dominating on the block. Check John, though, fighting with him on the boards.
Yep.
Able to kick it out, though. Might have been a travel they got away with. And now Vukovic will let that one fly. That one's over. And once again, the size advantage is just there in evidence. Culibrk gets an offensive rebound. He's going to get a foul.
Culibrk was involved every minute of that play. Even when it was kicked out, he was establishing himself inside. And, once he got his opportunity, he, now has to capitalize on the free throw line. But very, very active inside for Culibrk.
Ooh, that one just a little short.
Substitution for Blue Jays, number 1, Shire Mayhew, and number 13, Deacon Linder.
And now we're going to see some substitutions. Interesting substitutions. Manny Roach did not come out the game yesterday, virtually at all. And now he's going to get a quick rest early in this first half. As Culibrk knocks down the second free throw. It's a 1-point lead, and Namir Simmons just being himself, but lost control just a little bit. No call. They're going to say he just turned it over.
Simmons lightning fast.
Absolutely.
Head coach Leo Mayon not super happy with the call.
And we'll see this 2-2-1 press once again from Manor. Ball gets to the middle of the floor, worst place it can get. Nice double down, though. And Culibrk once again attacking on the drive. Good pass by Aiden Gregory as well.
Slicing and dicing by Culibrk.
And now the question becomes for Manor, do you start to maybe not go away from the press, but maybe switch up the press a little bit? Give them a different look. They seem to be getting a little bit more comfortable with it. As Fortescue battles down low. Got blocked on the first attempt, got his own rebound, and now he will head to the line after the foul.
Yeah, they very much are getting a little bit more comfortable with the press. I think you have to continue to strategically switch it up in a way that will keep you out of foul trouble as the smaller team. Maybe off of made baskets, you do one thing. Off of, missed, you do another thing. But you have to make sure you help that backside. You have to almost dare this team to shoot.
Absolutely. Fortescue misses the first.
Fortescue is just kind of searching for, something to drop when it comes to these free throws right now.
Like I say, he shoots about 71% on the year. So decent, but not knocked down. And he's knocked down that one second. So he shoots about 50% on the day.
Push the pair.
Once again, still in this 2-2-1 press a little bit. Once again, ball gets in the middle of the floor. And once again, just an easy dunk.
I think the press is going to be adjusted here soon.
Shire Mayhew trying to be aggressive here with his handle and just loses it.
Well, we didn't think Manny Roach was going to be out the game for too long, did we?
I didn't think so at all. I was surprised he came out at all.
And it kind of interesting. So
Namir Simmons is going to get a breather here now.
Yeah, interesting sub for Simmons.
But once again, they did play a hard game yesterday. Both of them played the majority of the minutes.
Gotcha.
So, like I said, fatigue definitely don't want to set in too early. You got to give them breathers when you can.
The legs will do it.
Absolutely. And now Manny Roach will get a chance to run the offense. And Manny Roach said, hey, not this time, though.
At that time.
Sasaki now pushing in transition. Up ahead, Jordan Guerrero knocks down the three.
Calm, cool, and collected by Guerrero.
And that's going to give us a timeout by Manor as it gets to a 7-point lead for University of Maine Fort Kent. And we will be back after this timeout.
Treba najbolje ovdje, samo možda treba malo više da se angažuje.
Pa da, ali vidi, što on zna i da asistira i sve, razumiješ to, nego ti su onda bilo žene.
Zove me kad uđe.
Dobro, ja moram da snimam, znaš.
Dobro, ti snimaj, mene interesuje samo ono.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. 11:52 left in the first half. Fort Kent up by 7 as Manny Roach will set up the offense. Getting into a little side ball screen action. Shire Mayhew now running the offense. His ball's kind of moving around, trying to get something off these pick and roll. Eddie Fortescue, I love his aggressiveness, but right now nothing is just going at the rim for Manor. But I love the way he gets to the basket. Just hasn't been able to get them to fall.
Yeah, he gets almost anywhere on the court he wants to.
Oh, man, Jordan Guerrero with the step back. after making the last one. Oh, buddy.
Guerrero just, it seems like that's rehearsed,
Now Manny Roach trying to get something going. Bryce Wobu attacking now. Floater just off. But he'll get his own board, and that one will go down. Nice tip out. Look like Deacon Linder tipped that to him.
Yep.
And they're just pushing it in transition. Wobu is going to get the foul call as Vukovic beats everybody down the floor.
Well, you would think that after the Wobu shot, that's the first kind of sign of stopping the bleeding. But the fast taking the ball out into the transition, and now you have Vukovic on the line getting rewarded for the hustle.
Oh, one thing we saw with Manor yesterday dealing with Brian Stratton Buffalo, while they do play extremely hard, they play extremely aggressive, they are not particularly deep. They only go about 7, maybe 8 deep on a good day. You can already see Fort Kent is going into their bench heavy already in this moment. So at some point, fatigue and legs, it does matter.
Yeah.
And the question is, can you mentally fight through those moments? As Manny Roach picks up a foul in the backcourt. Vukovic getting just a little handsy with the All-American.
We'll see a little bit of pressure here from University of Maine, Fort Kent.
A little dribble handoff action, and Manny Roach lost it a little bit, but they're still in possession. As Roach takes his time. Great backdoor cut. Wobu is going to get the foul call. I didn't see it, but I can't see a lot of things from down here.
It gets rewarded with the late whistle, but the way they run that baseline, Wobu and Forticek, it's commendable, very commendable. They're getting looks at the rim. It's tough around all those trees, but
Wobu knocks down the first. As Namir Simmons will check in. And the big fella Daniel Franz checks back in as well.
One thing that the Manor guards and team are going to do is they're going to battle, and that's what they're doing right now. It's not easy to play against height like they are.
And Wobu goes 2 for 2, cutting the lead back to 6.
There we go.
Sasaki now running the offense. Getting all the way to the basket, and that's a tough finish. Sasaki, I apologize.
Sasaki with the me, myself, and I.
Sometimes you just got to be that person.
Sometimes you got to be that person. Sometimes you got to love you and your team with the deuce you just scored.
And Namir Simmons with a great pocket pass, but just nowhere to go for Deacon Linder.
And that was the block by Jordan Guerrero. He's been shot out of a cannon during his playing time now in the last few minutes.
And look for Manny Roach to pop back out here, and there it is. Got him wide open. And that one's just a little short. Good shot, though. That's the type of shot you want for your best players.
Sasaki.
And now Vukovic setting himself up. Looks like they're running the offense now.
The poise and the patience by this main Fort Kent team, very commendable.
Guerrero from the same spot. He was feeling it.
I think he's written his name on the court right there.
And Mayhew just loses the ball.
Now it's a foot race.
And Vukovic is going to finish.
Vukovic has been pretty stellar.
And Deacon Linder attacking hard. He's going to get the foul and one.
Count that thing right there. Deacon Linder going in, just saying, hey, I have been in the weight room and I'm going to make it look like it. Great finish by Deacon Linder.
Absolutely.
Now opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play.
And now Bryden Franklin checking into the game. Once again, Fort Kent is just going into their bench player after player.
I'm saying nobody's going to get tired here.
As Deacon Linder misses the and one opportunity.
Sasaki comes up initiating the offense.
Sasaki taking his time. Got Simmons on his hip a little bit. Being very patient. Now Franz has it. And trying to take the charge, but the ref is not going to call it for Wobu as Franz finishes.
A little bit of Oscar action right there. A little bit of
the Oscars
action.
were last night.
They were last night.
Maybe he was watching. And Manny Roach with a tough fadeaway knocks it down. All-American, doing All-American things.
You got to get the feeling that Manny Roach is probably going to start getting into that All-American mode very soon here. If not now, early in the second half.
Gonna kick out. Culibrk couldn't knock the three down. Franz with the rebound. Culibrk trying to get a nice cut, and unfortunately, Manor could not come up with the ball.
A lot of good active hands right there. Again, main for Kent still trying to utilize those bigs, that size advantage that they have, and they're doing it well.
One thing for Kent, I love that they're doing, anytime ball touches post, guys do not just stand and watch. They immediately cut, look to get another layup. They're not just standing around watching their bigs.
High-low actions, flex actions.
Gordon Rell trying to come around. Wobu, great hands by Fortescue. Tries to hustle after it, couldn't get it.
I mean, as a basketball purist, bodies hitting the ground for loose balls. I mean, hey, gotta appreciate the hustle, right?
Absolutely. Guerrero now. You can tell he's definitely feeling it. That's going to be a jump ball. Great hands once again by Manor. You gotta love how active Manor is, despite the size advantage.
Well, we got a good hand on that. Guerrero's been very aggressive in his time.
Absolutely. He's looking to score whenever he touches it. As White and Franklin comes around now, Guerrero's going to come around from the same spot. 2 for 4 now. Good hustle by both players.
Maybe Guerrero just has to go around the world. I mean, you hit 2 there. Maybe you have to, go to
try the other side.
Yeah, you got to try the other side.
In the corners.
You got to keep going. You already cleared that spot, girl. Not mad at him. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
I will say they all have looked good coming out of his hands, so I'm not going to penalize him too much.
Yep. Guerrero, Spells, and De La Torre.
Oh, Simmons just loses Sasaki with a crossover, and he's going to pull up mid-range, just couldn't knock it down. That speed of Simmons, though, is just ridiculous. Almost gets a block there, but size matters as Culibrk finishes at the basket.
Size and leading hit-ahead passes.
Good pass.
By main Fort Kent, because all they're doing is just throwing it over the top of the defense, and it's a foot race from there.
Simmons driving kick. Manny Roach gets a wide open one. He knocks it down.
The kid's a star, and
he's
see why.
Freshman.
You see why.
Sasaki now running the offense. Culibrk to De La Torre, who's just checked in. Over to Franklin. And once again, Kent being very patient. Franz with the fadeaway. Ooh, big fella.
Silky smooth.
Show me.
From the big fella.
All right, Marc Gasol.
Show him the money.
And Simmons just beating Sasaki whenever he feels like it. But question is, can he stay under control? Roach with another 3. That one off.
Well, the question is, after Simmons' breakdown, who do you have to kick the ball to in that situation?
That's a great question. And once again, another great cut by Culibrk. Franz makes another good pass. Says Simmons has no problem beating the initial defender. The problem is there's a wall of defenders waiting on him.
There's a wall of defenders waiting on you, and who do you pass it to? There's nobody to dump down to, unfortunately.
Here he goes again with the left hand. Nice shot off the glass.
Yep. Great guard play. The thing is it sustainable?
And that's always the $1 million question. Like I said, he's just going to need other guys to start making shots. Fortescue. Manny Roach is going to have to continue to knock them down. Wobu trying to front the post, does a good job, and that causes the turnover. Simmons driving kick, and he's gonna miss, but Wobu gets in there for the board. Deegan Linder couldn't finish that, but Manor is gonna stay with possession, I believe.
It's a foul call. They're gonna have an opportunity to do a baseline or bounce. It's like,
well, it looks like they're gonna be shooting 1-on-1 here. They're in the bonus.
Wow.
So that makes that even more important.
And with your fast guards, now it gives you an opportunity to stop the clock, put some pressure on the Fort Kent defense, and kind of sway the game a little bit. You can change momentum up here. Wobu. 1 plus the bonus.
And couldn't knock down the first one. Free throws will definitely come back to bite you when you're a team that's literally needing every point just to make up for it. Now, All-American Aiden Gregory on the block. Great pass again. Culibrk just couldn't finish it. Or my fault, Vukovic could not finish it. Manny Roach pushing in transition. And now Namir Simmons will work.
Simmons on the wing.
Bordeaux, who's just checked back into the game, trying to get something going. Good screen by Fortescue. Back up top to Bordeaux. We know he has no hesitation. He lets that one fly. And just a little long.
Now we're off to the races.
Now you got to stop ball. Might have just got away with a travel there. Good wall up, though. Got to get the board. And unfortunately, that's going to be the second foul on Bordeaux. Did a good job walling up. Just didn't come up with the board at the end.
Yep. And you think the initial action, possibly a travel, you know, it's tough as a coach to see that and say, hey, I know my kid fouled, but what about that up there?
Hey. Referee just figuring things out a little bit. Good communication.
Clarifying. That's all good.
And Franklin will have 2 shots, not a 1-and-1, as he knocks down the first.
Yes. Both teams going to be in the bonus coming down the stretch here. Any more?
Yeah, absolutely. Check John checking back into the game. Manny Roach getting another breather. As Shire Mayhew checks back into the game as well. And Franklin misses the second. Good rebound by Vertle. As Simmons now pushing. And good defense by Franklin, honestly, just getting a hand in there, trying to slow Simmons down.
Absolutely.
And now Shire Mayhew taking his time. Good kick. Check John. Knocked down 2 threes earlier. Little dribble weave action. Good pass. Vertle got a chance to finish. John pump fake. He's going to get another chance at the line.
Wow, just relentless ball movement and attacking by Manor. But you gotta think that looked like it took so much energy, right?
It definitely did. But one thing I do give Manor a lot of credit for, they are very good at hitting those backdoor passes. Like I said, they're always looking for the slips. They're looking for the backdoors on the baseline. They're trying to create easy advantages, spreading the court out as much as they can, making you chase them, and then taking advantage of the over pursuit.
I mean, you have to being a guard-heavy team, and, you know, they're taking advantage of their strengths.
Absolutely. And check John, who's having himself a day so far. I believe that's his 8th point.
Have yourself a day on the way to double figures.
2 for 2 from the line. We got ourselves an 8-point game here, 38-30 with 5 minutes left to go. As Vukovic sets up Fort Kent offense, and Aiden Gregory's going to get another chance on the block. He's waiting on the double team. You can see it. Being patient, kicks it out to Vukovic, and that one's off, and it's going to be a foul. Very hard push off. That looked personal. I'm not gonna lie, De La Torre.
It did look a little bit personal. They might have to talk us out after this one.
That's gonna be a 1-and-1, I believe, in the bonus. So yeah, we will be shooting.
Fortescue on the line for 1 plus the bonus.
These are big free throws for Manor. Fortescue 2 for 4 on the day. They need these though. Just once again, taking chances, cutting to the lead. The clock has stopped, catching your breath. These are very important moments.
Absolutely.
And Fortescue knocks down the first.
Nice. Last 5 minutes of this first half could go either way. Just really depends on the team's discipline and activity.
And Fortescue goes 2 for 2. 38-32. Fort Kent. Biden Franklin now coming to set up the offense. Good hands. Just couldn't come up with a ball now at top of keys. Hitting 1 3 today. He's going to now reverse it. Little miscommunication on the Manor defense, not knowing exactly where to be. Absolutely. They seem to have gotten themselves situated. 10 seconds on the shot clock, though. Franz has him sealed. Nobody sees him. Vukovic lets it fly and knocks it down. Big time shot.
Vukovic has been aggressive, just knowing he can affect the game. And
Simmons downhill, kick out. Fortescue, this is what he does too. And he just couldn't make it.
Out of bounds, Veljko.
Seems like Vukovic is getting more and more comfortable with that outside shot.
Now Manny Roach will come in for Namir Simmons. And Jordan Guerrero's checked back into the game. Came in, knocked down 2 threes early. Looked to be very aggressive out the gate. Let's see if that continues.
Absolutely.
Brighton Franklin's wide open. Got a good look. Couldn't make it. Manor fighting, just couldn't come up with it. It bounces out, and they will get another opportunity at it. Great hands by Check John. He is battling down there.
And I think that
Jordan Guerrero, pump fake drive. Good float on the baseline. Couldn't come up with it. And Check John comes down with the rebound.
I think that Franz has to jump to that ball a little bit more. I know they got a hand on it, but he might have to just step a little bit more to that pass.
That makes sense. And Manny Roach now in a little bit of trouble close to the baseline or backcourt line. Dribble handoff for Skew. And Brighton Franklin is very active right now.
He is everywhere. Long arms, active presence on defense, and he is making it hell for that Manor team trying to initiate their offense.
Check John taking his time. Vertal. Oh, man. Just a little miscommunication there on that.
Miscommunication. Doing everything they're supposed to do backdoor cuts, but there was just nobody in that spot that they were trying to get the ball to in that situation.
The spacing was just off just a little bit.
Yep, absolutely.
And now for Kent taking their time running offense. Franz now up top. Oh, same thing happens on this side.
Same situation.
Just
Same
a little miscommunication.
Same play call from both of the coaches.
That's one of those moments as a coach you just got to look at and laugh. Like, hey,
that's what it is.
People make mistakes. Kids make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes.
Well, we're running our offense, and, you know, a miscommunication is better than us not actually running the offense.
That's a fact. Little dribble weave action once again by Manor. Getting into the ball screen with Chuck John and Simmons. Kick out to Vertal. And that's a little long short.
Yeah, a little long short, little everything. Not taking up too much real estate.
And Franz has position again. Gonna turn and shoot a tough fadeaway. That one's just off. That one's a little long short too.
Yeah, Franz. Yep.
Manny Roach.
A lot of good symmetry in both of the teams play right now.
Manny Roach is gonna miss the shot with the left hand off the glass. We're gonna get a jump ball. As Manor battled for that, Jared Vertal got in there amongst the trees. Manny Roach taking his time. All-American gets downhill immediately with the right hand and finishes.
Yep.
That's his 12th point of the half.
He will not be denied. Plays that guard position so effortlessly.
Barrow now looking. Fran trying to operate at that high post. Dribble handoff action. Got a switch. Fortescue, though, does a great job fighting. And, ladies and gentlemen, that. Eddie Fortescue made a great hustle play into our broadcast section. Everything straight for you as soon as possible. Just know. Missing a lot. Right now, Brighton at the line. Brighton Franklin knocks down the first free throw. Has us with a 42-34 game. 1 minute, 42 left. Ladies and gentlemen, understand there's a lot of activity happening around me right now as people are trying to get things situated. I'm going to continue to give you this broadcast as best I can. And Franklin goes 1 for 2 from the line. Namir Simmons with the board. Namir Simmons taking off downhill, playing off 2 feet, kick out the Vertal, mid-range jump shot, and that one just a little off. And now Fort Kent will bring the ball up. Sasaki back in the game. Up ahead to Vukovic. That one just a little long, but right out to Sasaki. And he couldn't knock it down, and Fort Kent couldn't come up with the board. Now Manor College will get the ball back with 1:13 left. Still down by 8 points, 42-34. And now they're trying to get into running some offense. Check John over to Namir Simmons. Namir trying to drive, nowhere to really go, taking his time. Fortescue though with a tough jump shot on the baseline. He knocks it down, cutting the lead back to 6. Fort Kent up ahead of Guerrero. Now Sasaki will set the offense up. Fort Kent taking their time, 20 on the shot clock, 42 seconds left in this half. Brighton Franklin popping, looking to be aggressive here off the elbow. Manny Roach tried to cheat the play, got burned, but unfortunately, Vukovic did not make the shot. Now, Namir Simmons is going to lose the handle, unfortunately. Trying to go behind the back, Brighton Franklin. Got his hands in there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, I believe. The cameras are rolling again. Once again, Eddie Fortescue, shout out to you. You were the first person to take out the cameras this week. We have 27 seconds left. Fort Kent with the ball. 6-point game. And Check John trying to get a steal. Couldn't get it. Great hustle play by Shire Mayhew to get in there and tip that pass. And now taking the time, wide open, and he's gonna get a travel. Checking into the game for the first time. Number 12. Please don't hurt me if I mispronounce this. Ramashadaran. And now 17 seconds. Namir Simmons is gonna get a chance to cut into this lead one more time with Manor College. Shot clock is turned off, ladies and gentlemen. 10 seconds left. Check John getting us into the offense. Manny Roach, the All-American. Now he's going to get a chance to kind of operate a little bit. Taking his time. 3, 2, getting the time. Tries to make the pass. Couldn't get it. Nowhere to go for Fortescue, and that's the end of the half.
42-36.